Tonight, we journey into Neuro-Linguistic Programming, or NLP for sleep hypnosis. Welcome to this quiet space of calm history and gentle reflection while we seek to access your submodalities to find deep relaxation. This is soothing dreamtime ambience, where the past softens into stillness and knowledge becomes a pathway into deep restorative sleep. If you find comfort in slow storytelling and peaceful narration, I invite you to subscribe so you can return here whenever you need to rest. If this video brings you calm, a simple like lets YouTube know to share this quiet corner with others who may need it too. And before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. As you settle in, tell me in the comments, would you rather experience Galileo's pendulum or Legends of Egypt? There is no right answer, just curiosity. Your thoughts help shape future journeys. Now, let the day gently fall away. Take a slow breath in through your nose, soft and steady. And exhale, long and unhurried. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allow your shoulders to soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your tongue rest gently at the floor of your mouth. Another breath in, cool and calm. And out, warm and slow. With each breath, the noise of the day grows quieter. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of tonight's journey into NLP. The air is still. The world is calm. You are safe here. Now breathe in for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently for 2. And exhale for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, steady and smooth. Hold. And exhale longer than before. Feel your heartbeat slow. Feel your body grow heavier. Your thoughts do not need to disappear. They can simply drift, like distant clouds. If your mind wanders, that is perfectly natural. Gently return to your breath. Inhale calm. Exhale tension. Inhale quiet. Exhale the day. Now imagine the theme of tonight's story beginning to unfold around you. If this is a story of cities, see their lights glowing softly at dusk. If this is a story of landscapes, feel the open air stretching wide and peaceful. If this is a story of people, sense their lives moving gently through time without urgency. There is nothing to solve. Nothing to analyze. Only a slow unfolding. Take one final deep breath in and let it go. You are ready now. Let us begin. Welcome. I am genuinely glad you're here. What you're about to experience over the next 2 hours is something most people have never encountered. A systematic, science-informed approach to guiding your mind and body into deep, natural relaxation and eventually sleep. The approach comes from a field called NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. That sounds like a mouthful, but the idea is beautifully simple. Your nervous system, your brain, your body, your senses runs on patterns. And those patterns can be changed. Not by force, not by willpower, but through language, imagery, and attention. In the 1970s, researchers began studying people who were extraordinarily effective at helping others change. Therapists, communicators, healers, they found that these people used language and sensory experience in very specific ways to shift how people felt. One of these people was a hypnotherapist named Betty Erickson. He defined trance in a way I love. He called it a loss of multiplicity of foci of attention. In other words, instead of your mind jumping between 30 things at once, it narrows down to just one. When that happens, something else becomes possible. A deeper kind of rest. A quiet the ordinary mind rarely finds on its own. That is exactly what we're building toward tonight. Throughout this video, you'll learn techniques drawn from the NLP Master Practitioner tradition. You'll experience what it feels like to guide your own mind. And with practice, sleep will stop being something you chase and start being something you simply arrive at. Let's begin. Before we go into any technique, I want to share something foundational. Because understanding this will make everything else click. Your mind and body are not separate systems. They are one continuous loop. When you think a thought, your body responds. When your body shifts its posture, your mind follows. This is not philosophy. It's physiology. NLP works with what are called submodalities. The fine qualities of how we represent experience internally. Whether a memory appears close or far, bright or dim, associated or disassociated from your own body, whether a sound is loud or soft, near or distant, whether a feeling is heavy or light, warm or cool. These details matter more than you might imagine. Think of an experience that feels calm and easy. Maybe a memory of a peaceful morning. Or a favorite place in nature. Now notice, where do you see it? Is it in front of you? Off to one side? How far away does it feel? Is it bright or soft? Now imagine that image slowly moving closer to you. Becoming warmer. Becoming a little softer at the edges. Did you feel something shift? That is the power of submodalities. You didn't change the content of the memory. You changed the qualities of how it was represented. And your nervous system responded. This is what we'll be using throughout tonight's video. Not scripts to follow rigidly, but living, breathing adjustments to the way your inner experience is structured. I want to challenge something you may have been taught to believe about hypnosis and trance. Many people think trance is something exotic, something that only happens in a clinic. With a swinging watch. And a mysterious stranger. But trance is completely, utterly ordinary. Have you ever driven somewhere familiar and arrived with almost no memory of the journey? That's trance. Have you ever been so absorbed in a book that someone called your name and you simply didn't register it? That's trance. Have you ever been told a story and without thinking found yourself imagining it, seeing it unfold in your mind as if it were real? That's trance. We move in and out of these focused, absorbed states dozens of times a day. The shift isn't dramatic. It's simply the mind narrowing from many things down to one. Michael Breen, a Master NLP trainer, puts it beautifully. He says hypnotic phenomena the deep relaxation, the selective focus, the inner absorption, these happen in normal waking life all the time. The only thing that makes a formal trance different is that someone is deliberately guiding the process. Tonight, that someone is you. You are going to learn to guide your own attention. To take it from scattered and restless to focused and calm. To deeply, peacefully still. Let's begin working with the body directly. Find a comfortable position. Lying down is perfect. Or seated with full support. Allow your hands to rest somewhere natural. Take one slow breath in. And let it go. And another, breathing in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Good. Now we're going to travel through the body. Not to find problems, just to notice. And wherever we notice tension, we're simply going to allow it to soften. Bring your awareness to the very top of your head. The crown. Notice if there's any tightness there. In the scalp. The forehead. And on your next exhale, just let it release. Move down to the eyes. So often we hold tension here without knowing it. Allow the muscles around the eyes to soften. Let the eyes rest gently in their sockets. The jaw. This is one of the great collectors of stress. Allow the teeth to part slightly. Let the tongue rest softly on the floor of the mouth. Feel the jaw becoming heavy. The neck and shoulders. Breathe into the shoulders. And as you exhale, let them drop. Not forced. Just released. The chest. Notice the rhythm of your breathing. Not controlling it. Just observing. With each breath, the chest rises and falls like a wave. steady. Natural. Easy. The belly. The lower back. Often tight from carrying the weight of the day. Let your breath reach all the way down here. Feel the lower back soften into whatever surface supports you. The legs. The thighs. The knees. The calves. Heavy and warm. Sinking down. The feet. Right to the tip of the toes. Let them go. There is a technique I want to share with you now. It was developed by Betty Erickson. wife of the great hypnotherapist Milton Erickson. And it's one of the most elegantly effective self-relaxation methods ever created. It works by cycling through your senses. First on the outside, then on the inside. As you do, your conscious mind becomes gently occupied. And the deeper, quieter part of you takes over. Here's how it works. And you can do it right now. Exactly as I describe it. With your eyes still open, name 3 things you can see. Not out loud, just internally. Notice, I can see the ceiling. I can see a patch of light. I can see the corner of the room. Now notice 3 things you can hear. Perhaps distant sounds. Your own breathing. The hum of silence. Now notice 3 things you can physically feel. The weight of your body, the warmth of the blanket, the temperature of the air. Now repeat the cycle. But this time with 2 things for each sense. Two things you see. Two things you hear. Two things you feel. Now close your eyes. And inside, notice one thing you can see. Perhaps the color. A shape. A flicker of light behind your eyelids. Notice one thing you can hear. An inner sound. Your heartbeat. Notice one thing you can feel from the inside. Most people don't make it through a second or third full cycle before they feel significantly calmer. Many drift off before the end. That is the natural response. There is nothing to do. And nothing to force. Your mind is simply being given permission to let go. Earlier we talked about submodalities. The internal qualities of how we represent experience. Now I want to use them deliberately to build the feeling of deep rest. Think of the last time you woke up from a genuinely wonderful sleep. Even if it was years ago. Even if it was just a nap. Hold that memory gently. Don't try to force it. Just allow it to come. Now notice the quality of that memory. Where do you see it? Is it in front of you? Or slightly to one side? Is the image bright or soft? Clear or slightly hazy? Good. Now, and this is the key, allow that image to slowly move closer. As if it's drifting toward you. Becoming warmer. The colors becoming softer. Like early morning light. And bring your attention to how that memory feels in your body. Notice where you feel the quality of that deep rest. Perhaps in the chest. Perhaps in the belly. Perhaps as a gentle heaviness throughout. Wherever that feeling lives, give it a color. Whatever color comes first is right. Let that color glow. Gently. Warmly. In that area of your body. Now let that color slowly expand. Moving outward from its center like ripples on water. into the limbs, into the hands, into the feet. Let it separate all the way to the edges of your body. This is yours. This state belongs to you. It has always been with you. We are simply reminding your nervous system of what it already knows how to do. I want to take you somewhere now. Somewhere that exists only for you. Somewhere that is completely safe. Completely comfortable. And completely yours. It may be a real place you've been. Or it may be somewhere your imagination creates right now. There is no right or wrong answer. The only requirement is that it feels good to you. Allow an image to form. Perhaps it's outside. A garden. A beach. A hillside. A forest. Perhaps it's a beautifully comfortable room. Perhaps it's somewhere you've never been, but always imagined. Begin to notice the details. What do you see directly in front of you? Is it day or night? What quality of light is there? Now listen. What sounds are there? Perhaps the sound of wind. Or water. Or simply a deep, welcoming quiet. And feel. What is the temperature? What surface are you resting on? Is it warm here? Cool? Perfect. Take a slow breath in. And notice. In this place, is there a scent? The smell of earth after rain? Or salt air? Or flowers? Or pine? Or simply clean, clear air? You are here. You are safe. Nothing is required of you. In the NLP tradition, this kind of absorbed, focused inner experience, where the outside world fades and the inner world becomes vivid, this is exactly what trance is. And you have just created it naturally. By simply following your own imagination. Stay here for as long as you like. This place doesn't close. You can return here anytime. Simply by closing your eyes and remembering the way in. One of the most common obstacles to sleep isn't physical tiredness. It's the mind that won't stop. You lie down. The body is exhausted. But the mind starts running its list. Replaying a conversation. Planning tomorrow. Reviewing something that went wrong. Asking unanswerable questions. This is normal. This is your brain doing its job. But right now, we're going to give it a different job. Imagine you are sitting beside a gently flowing river. The water is clear and unhurried. And as thoughts arise in your mind, and they will, I want you to simply place each one on a leaf. And watch it float downstream. You don't need to examine the thought. You don't need to solve it or dismiss it. Just notice it. Place it on a leaf. And watch it drift away. Another thought arises. Place it on a leaf. Watch it go. And another. There's no rush. The river takes them all. This technique called cognitive diffusion in therapeutic settings creates a subtle but profound shift. You stop identifying with the thoughts. And start observing them. And in that gap between thought and observer, there is space. There is quiet. There is rest. The goal is not to empty your mind. That's not how minds work. The goal is simply to change your relationship with the thoughts. From passenger to peaceful observer. Keep the river image gently in mind. Let it continue flowing in the background of your awareness. In NLP, we work with something called the timeline. the way your mind organizes past, present, and future in your inner space. Most people have a natural sense that the past is somewhere behind or to one side. And the future extends in another direction. Your own timeline is unique to you. Here is a powerful technique for sleep. We're going to use your timeline to intentionally place today's events into the past. And create a sense of arrival at rest. Bring to mind the events of today. The things you did. The conversations you had. The demands that were placed on you. Just notice them. Without reliving them. Now imagine all of those events shrinking slightly in size. Becoming a little smaller. A little further away. Moving backward along your timeline. Into the past. Where they belong. They happened. They're complete. They're stored. And as they move back, notice what fills the space in front of you. Not tomorrow's demands. We'll leave those for morning. but simply the present. This room, this breath, this moment, research in NLP shows that how we store memories, how bright or dim, close or distant they are, directly affects how present they feel. By deliberately moving today's events to their rightful place in the past, we free the nervous system to settle into now. Now is safe. Now is quiet. Now is yours. I want to give you a tool you can carry with you forever. A personal trigger for calm. What NLP calls an anchor. An anchor is a specific, repeatable action linked to a specific emotional state. Once the link is established, the action alone begins to evoke the state. You already have anchors you don't know about. A particular song that instantly takes you back to a moment. A smell that evokes a memory so strongly it almost feels like you were there. A place where you consistently feel safe. We're going to deliberately build one for deep, peaceful rest. First, spend a few moments accessing the calm state we've been building throughout this video. Use the imagery, the breathing, the body scan, whatever has felt most powerful for you tonight. When you feel the calm is at its strongest, when you feel it clearly in your body, gently press the thumb and middle finger of your left hand together. Hold them pressed together while you breathe through the peak of that feeling. Then release. Take a breath. Come back to normal. Do this 2 or 3 times tonight. Each time, build the state first. Fully and completely. And then apply the gentle pressure at the height of the feeling. Over several repetitions. tonight and over the coming nights. This anchor will deepen. The touch of those two fingers will begin to call the calm state back to you, quickly and naturally. This is your personal sleep signal. Use it at the start of your bedtime routine. Use it when anxious thoughts arise. Use it whenever you need to return to this place of peace. There's a threshold, a beautiful, strange threshold between waking and sleeping. It's called the hypnagogic state. And it is one of the most remarkable experiences available to the human nervous system. In this state, vivid imagery arises spontaneously. Thoughts become loose and dreamlike. The boundaries between you and your experience begin to soften. Most people pass through this state without noticing it. Shooting straight into sleep. Or jerking awake from the edge. But with practice, you can learn to rest at this threshold, to stretch it out. To explore it. Michael Breen, who studied self-hypnosis deeply, calls this pre-dreaming. And he found that spending time here allowed him to arrive at nighttime sleep with much greater ease and peacefulness. To enter this state, allow your body to be still and completely supported. Let your eyes remain closed. Release all intention to do anything, figure anything out, or control anything. Notice what arises behind your eyelids. Shapes, colors, fragments of images, don't try to hold them or examine them. Simply witness them as they drift past. Notice the sound inside your mind. Not thoughts exactly. But a kind of background hum. Perhaps a sense of movement. Perhaps a feeling of depth. You are at the edge. Stay here as long as you can. Let each exhale carry you a little further in. Let sleep come in its own time. You don't need to chase it. it will find you here. You have done something meaningful tonight. You haven't just watched a video. You have experienced a set of living tools. Tools drawn from decades of research into how human beings create, change, and rest. Let me remind you of what you now carry with you. You know now how to use submodality shifts, adjusting the brightness, distance, and quality of inner imagery to change how your nervous system feels. You have the Betty Erickson technique, a sensory cycling practice that gently occupies the conscious mind while the deeper systems settle. You have your safe place, a personal inner sanctuary that you built tonight and can return to any time. You have the river, a way to let thoughts pass without engaging them. You have timeline work, a way to leave the day genuinely behind. and you have your anchor. The gentle touch that calls calm back to you in an instant. None of these techniques require perfect conditions. They don't require silence, darkness, or an empty schedule. They are internal. They are yours. They travel with you. Use them regularly. Not just at bedtime. But whenever your nervous system needs a moment of restoration. Over time, what tonight required some effort will become effortless. Your brain learns quickly when you give it consistent, clear signals. To deepen this practice further, I encourage you to explore the broader world of NLP. Particularly the work on modeling, meta programs, and belief change. Understanding how your mind constructs its experience is the greatest gift you can give yourself. For tonight, there is nothing left to do. job, if you choose to accept it, is simply to allow. Allow the body to be heavy. Allow the mind to be still. Allow sleep to arrive. And now, our journey through Neuro-Linguistic Programming begins to fade gently into the quiet. The cities grow dim. The landscapes soften. The voices of history settle into stillness. What once felt vast and powerful now becomes distant and calm. Like echoes across time. Like waves returning to the sea. You have traveled through ambition, through change, through quiet turning moments of history. And now you return to rest. There is nothing more to follow. Nothing more to learn tonight. Only stillness. Only breath. If this story brought you comfort, there are many more journeys waiting here. You may drift next into Montana sleep. or perhaps into identifying wild medicinal plants. Both will meet you gently. Both will carry you softly. And if you are already drifting, then simply let this moment dissolve into sleep. This is soothing Dreamtime Ambience. Where history slows, where knowledge softens, where night welcomes you home. Rest well. And I will meet you again in the quiet.